Alright guys, so we are in for another NGS game. Today, actually, wait, did I update my overlay? Yeah, I did, okay. We're watching Icecrown, Citadel, Archons battling it out versus the Yellow Owls. And the team's already banned the maps, so I have to update that. So here we go. Icecrown won the coin toss and picked first pick, and Yellow Owls went ahead and banned Citadel and Volskaya Foundry. No wait, they banned Solo and Aldroid Pass, my bad. And Icecrown Citadel banned Citadel and Volskaya, and then Yellow Owls picked Tomb of a Spider Queen. And now I'm just waiting for a lobby. But yeah, I picked up the match on a short notice. Just a few minutes ago, basically. But I hope we still get to have a lot of good games here. I wanted to cast later on actually, because this time doesn't fit me perfectly. But here we are anyway. And I expect the teams to bring us exciting content. And while we're waiting for a lobby, let's check out Division A standings. Here we go, that's the website. So we have Icecrown, Citadel, Archons sitting on the 11th place. Alright. We have only played 3 matches so far though. Well, most of the teams have already played 4 matches. And they have 3 points. They already dominated one opponent. And then probably lost to 0 to the, yeah, but has to mean they lost to 0 to the other opponents. So only clean victories or losses for them. While the Yellow Owls only played 2 games so far. Which is not the most. So they have a lot of catching up to do. And they have only 2 points so far. And they lost 4 games, which means they lost all the games but won a map in each one. Alright. Clear that up for myself. I still don't have a lobby. But I don't think it will take much longer. Yeah, and I'm excited for games. Hope we get some good gameplay here. It's Division A. So what range is that actually? I think it's around Diamond level, right? Diamond, maybe some Platinum players. Maybe 1 or 2 Masters. I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh wait, I got a message. Damn it. No, it's not about the game. Okay, never mind. Is there no lobby though? Kinda weird. Is there any information about the teams maybe? Any other results? I kinda miss the Heroes Lounge page where you can see statistics from the teams. This season and the last season, where you can check out hero pick rates and win rates. Maybe it gives up way too much for the teams, so we can get spied on. It's kinda sad for me, but I guess it's better for the teams. Am I supposed to make the lobby? I'm not too sure what's going on. Or are they in the lobby already, or didn't post a link? Never mind. Here we go. There's a Tomb game. Yeah, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Here's the map. Tomb of the Spider Queen. One of the more common maps, I think, and one of the older maps. But Skya, one of the more new maps, was banned. But yeah, Tomb always famous for the rotations that you need to do, because it's a very small map. So you have a lot of skirmishes going on overall. So you kind of want to have a tight 4-man rotation usually, with maybe people going to gank bot lane on the offlaner sometimes, or going to camps, of course, which is always important. But yeah, otherwise you will have a lot of fighting going on, which makes it really exciting to watch usually. And there's always comeback potential, it feels like. You can definitely snowball as well, but there's like, if you get a turn in at any point of a game, you can always come back on this map, it feels like, for me at least. And there's also a boss, so you have a second win condition besides the objective, of course. And if it goes later on in the game and either team maybe gets a keep already, and there's always the possibility of a boss. Though it is always exciting to see like a boss pit struggle, or a boss throw maybe even. So this map has a lot of macro involved, even though it's a very small map. And yeah, all the players are here now, I believe. One player is pending. But yeah, then we can go to game number 1. Yeah, I have no idea how good these teams are. Never watched them before. I have no idea what they're drafting. But I only expect the best. It is Division A, so not one of the highest divisions, like Nexus or Heroic, but still relatively high. So the gameplay should be on a relatively decent level, in my opinion. And that is the standard we are holding the teams to, I think. So we can see for ourselves. Just a second, one team is ready. And we can get this show started. What I see already is a lot of difficult names for me. And I hope I won't pronounce anyone wrong in the game. And I apologize beforehand if that happens. There's not much I can do. And both teams are ready. And we can go. Let's go. Game number 1, or draft number 1, starting. No? Oh, there's always the delay when you start the game. But here we go, draft number 1. Tomb of the Spider Queen. What heroes would I like to see? I expect the Junkrat ban. Probably one of the most annoying heroes if you want to vote it a lot. So yeah, I expect him to be banned by one of the teams at least. Also Nazebo should be banned, I think. If not, he might get picked up. Because of course he is really strong with the recent buffs from Blizzard. Especially the spider build. Really annoying to play against. And because you can vote it on this map a lot, you can get a lot of stacks as well. Which means Nazebo will be even beefier and than without. But for now we're getting Stukov and Vala bans. Okay. So even with the nerfs on Vala, I think she was banned 2 times now. Nerfed 2 times, my bad. Teams are still afraid of her. I mean, the Q build was buffed like 2 patches ago. And only the W build was nerfed every time. So I guess there's some reason behind the Vala ban. But to be honest, I didn't expect the ban. And Junkrat is left open now, in favor of banning Nazebo. Stitches is also getting banned from Icecrown Citadel. How am I calling them? Icecrown Citadel? I don't want to call them Icecrown Citadel Archons the whole time. But yeah, what are we picking up? I expect Junkrat ban, maybe a healer, but instead it's the Haka. Oh wait, picking up a global, even though it's not that strong on this map. Can make for nasty flanks. A few bows into bush. And on the other side, we see Sylvanas and then Uberak immediately getting picked up. Strong push power, to be honest. Like both Sylvanas and then Uberak can push buildings very easily. And Uberak because he can tank with his beetles. And Sylvanas, of course, with her trait can shut down the buildings. So, both really good at that. And we get Johanna Undreen, which means we likely get the Falling Sword from Johanna and Light Bomb from Undreen. So they can combo it together. For anyone who doesn't know the combo, you put the Light Bomb on Johanna. You can just go into the air with the Falling Sword. And the stun from Undreen basically hits right after you go into the air. So you have a guaranteed stun with your Falling Sword, which usually is not reliable, but with Light Bomb it's a little bit better. And the yellow, just banning DPS on this game, it seems like. Vala, Nazebo, now Kasia. But there are still a lot of options. Still, Junkrat is untouched, not banned, not picked up, which is really crazy to me. Because every time I scrim or play, I see him getting banned or picked right away. But these teams have different values, it seems. But like I said, Icecrown Citadel has still a lot of options for DPS. While Yellow Olds already picked up theirs, now only missing the healer. What could I go for? Like what healer is still open? We have maybe Lucio. Could go for Alex Tracer. There are a few options. Okay, what do we DPS do we see from Icecrown though? Jaina and Tychus. So Junkrat completely ignored throughout the whole draft. Maybe not a comfort pick for either team. And yeah, a lot of burst for Icecrown Citadel. With Jaina and Tychus. Which can be really good against the Noob and D.Va. And Uta doesn't have the most sustained healing, but he's good against burst damage. I expect him to go for Divine Shield. So he can keep anyone who gets bursted alive. And here we go! Draft number 1 is concluded. Let's see which team can play it out better. I was really curious about the healer pick in the last. Usually you pick up healer early in this current meta, but that's not the case here. Anyway, here we go. Game number 1. On the left side we have Icecrown Citadel with Jäger on the Tychus, Snafungus on the Jaina, Bob on the Johanna, Akari on the Hacker, and Jacqueline Hyde on the Unreal. While we have on the other side the Yellows with Corsair on the Nuburak, Mahaya on Savannahs, Safe on Wayner, Civi. How do you pronounce the names? It's so difficult for me. Anyway, I call him Civi, he's on Uja. And last but not least, Captain Mager on the Diva, who is already trying to skirmish a little bit here in the mid lane. Both teams trying to get the upper hand on the mid wave so they can get better rotations. And Diva in the bot lane gets focused, while Tychus on the other hand is targeted by the red team. And yeah, both teams not really clear of the wave really fast, leaving a few minutes here and there. The blue team missing these gems and the XP in favor of the faster rotations, but it's them who are getting low. Tychus gets picked up by the Sylvanas, who haunted waved forward, and that's the first kill of the game. Looked like Icecrown had set up a trap or something to prevent the rotation from the Yellows, but that didn't work out at all. Yeah, a really fast-paced game here so far. Fights and skirmishes as predicted. Reyna, I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe looking to get to the camp in bot lane unseen. Not too sure if the minions actually picked up the vision on him. But nonetheless, looking at the talents, well, the game has calmed down a little bit. We have a W build, it seems, from the hacker. Trying to pick up lots of hopes, so she definitely wants to pick those up. Trying to also win for Fingers of Frost, so she wants globes as well. Reyna got the easy camp in bot lane, but on the other side you have Jäger and Jacqueline Hyde going for the hard camp, which is not yet priority for the red team, who might want to look to push in the top lane now. But I guess Icecrown knows it as well. And am I lagging? It feels like I'm lagging a little bit. Hope it doesn't show too much on the... doesn't affect the stream. Maybe it's just my FPS dropping? I don't know. I'm really sorry for any technical problems. Hope I can deal with that a little bit. But yeah, hard camp is pushing in the mid lane. And both teams fighting around that. While we have engaged on Tychus, gets stunned. Double stunned by Ute. But Jäger can escape in the last second. But he took a lot of damage there. And Yellowwood definitely took the better trade. I think that's to be expected from the heroes they drafted. Johanna usually not very aggressive in the early game. That comes in later with a level 10 when she gets Falling Sword. Or it could still be a Blast Shield, I guess, to get an instant engage instead of a slower Falling Sword. But with Anduin, I still expect that to get picked up. In the bot lane, you still have both of them just... I don't think anyone can kill each other, can kill the other one. So I will put my focus on this foreman here more. And so far it's even. Like neither team gaining a big advantage somewhere. Uta now looking to turn in the last chance, and he gets it. No one able to interrupt him. And that's the first Web Weaver wave coming down for the yellows. Hello, Patch. Are you up again this early? Did you get woken up by your dog again? Anyway, focusing on this game. Underworks tried to go for Vagina, but she still had her iron skin. And she makes it out, but now that's on cooldown. And once Underwork has his bow again, I expect him to go on this Johanna. Uta stuns him, but Underwork misses his Q. And Johanna comes away unscathed. The push is not too successful. But here, now they engage on Jaina. Underwork missing his stuns. Not too lucky with those so far. But that was a risky rotation by Icecrown Citadel. Well, the Web Weaver was pushing here. They had to know that the Yellow Olds was watching this area. The bot lane, meanwhile, D.Va got a lot of pressure done. Even gets a fort now, so that's actually a lot of value. And they also got the wards here mid and top lane. Actually, no, they didn't. Top lane, I mean, the wall went down, but not the towers. So there, they didn't get the most value. But getting a fort with the first Web Weaver is always huge. Usually, you only go for the walls with the first turn in. And now we have a engagement here on the Dehaka, who tried for a lick, I think, on Sylvanas, but got stunned out in time. Now D.Va might be in trouble here. Gets locked out of her mag. Falls really low as well. But Nubarak from the side lane. And it seems like the Yellows want to turn this fight. But neither team gaining any kills. Now Jaina chunking the Reyna a little bit. And we're getting closer and closer to level 10. Aldeaka has to tend to this bot lane. Which means this is a potential 5v4. Anuburak goes on Tychus, but misses. Now Johanna wants to maybe go in level 10 a little bit earlier for Icecrown Citadel. We're picking straight votes. Johanna and Unwing waiting a little bit. Now it's Light Bomb. But Johanna still considering. Oh, but Reyna way too far out of position. Gets drilled to death. But so is Jaina. Johanna comes in with her falling sword. And there's the light bomb, not incursion, but doesn't matter. It's Uta who goes down next. Tries to get some value with his trade now. And everyone else to get out. Weird bow of a noob on Real Metal, which was about to die. But the first teamfight win for Icecrown Citadel here. With the level 10s coming in. They gain the upper hand in this fight. And they also get the next Web Weaver now. I believe Joanna went even for the camp, but not too sure what happened there. If she wasn't in time, or she left it alone. Because that could have been a good thing to push with. Now the engagement on Unrean, but he seems to be too far away. And now Anubuak without his bow gets cleansed by Uta. But the Divine Shield also has to get pulled. And then the gets out, but there's the Falling Sword Light Bomb combo, and it's huge. On Reyna is the focus, I think. And Jaina actually kills him with his Elemental. But Reyna, on the other hand, gets the revenge. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. But maybe it's not! Sylvanas gets also killed by Johanna in the end. And that's all the wave gone, basically. And Icecrown Citadel has a huge push going on now with the Web Weavers. They get the top fort, they will get the bottom fort. And I guess they go for mid fort instead of pushing with the top Web Weaver. Definitely looks like it. They're moving forward. And yeah, they're doing really good in these fights so far. Let's see if the yellows actually can turn it around. But it's going to be hard. They lost all 3 forts with this Web Weaver push. And Icecrown Citadel has the next one prepared. And I don't think the yellows want to contest that. Instead they're going for their hard camp. Level 13 is in for both teams. And do we see an invade here? The Icecrown Citadel moving very aggressively. But the camp is taken. And you don't want to take a fight into the opponent's camp. Because that gives them 20 spell armor. So that will be a lot of damage negated. And yeah, Icecrown Citadel moving back a little bit. And yellow Oats playing with Web Weaver in the mid lane. Very fast before it gets to any structures. But they still have to deal with the top and bottom one, of course. Which they are about to do now. At least the top one for now. Down to half health on Johanna. Oh, gets the light bomb combo on Sylvanas. She gets the cleanse, but Tyke just drills her to death before she can escape. And it's another kill for Icecrown Citadel. They were looking for the flank. But that's a 4v5 now. And Diva just gets shredded here. He loses her mech once again. Let's see if I can get the kill. Jaina slows her, but I don't... Oh, she tries to dodge around. And the Divine Shield comes out. But will it save her? She still isn't out and it's Diva going down. Oh no. So much spent to save her. But Johanna, no! Tanking the towers for a little bit too long after her iron skin expired. And now it's a retreat for Icecrown Citadel. But it doesn't look like Yellow Oats can really pursue for very long. Instead it's them getting pushed back now. Hunting for mortgage, but they can't find it. Now they obviously want to turn in. But on the other side you have Icecrown Citadel sitting on level 16, or at least close to. Which means when Johanna respawns, they will have a huge advantage in fights. They also have a hard camp now. And they also have a push going on the other lanes. Bot lane heavily pushed in. Top lane a little bit farther out for Yellow Oats. But still, like, you don't really want to fight now. So this turn kinda gets wasted. Where Midway Weaver already down. And if you move to the top lane now, that will get 0 value as well. And bot lane, you are not really concerned about that, because it's a long way from your structures. But now, we finally have level 16 for Yellow Oats, and this is maybe the time to find an engagement. We're looking for bush gank, but Icecrown Citadel is aware of it, and they're moving safely away. If I would go through this choke point, that could have been devastating. But even then, I think in the opponent's Web Weaver wave, also not something you absolutely want to do. Is Sanoob looking for engage? He obviously doesn't want to go on Johanna if she has her iron skin up, so he doesn't waste his stuns. And yeah, the Web Weaver's doing nothing in the end. Yellow was desperately looking for a fight, but they couldn't find. And now all their coins are spent basically. We are kinda even. But coins, when coins are concerned. But the structure advantage is definitely in favor of Icecrown Citadel, who are also going for the fight here. Reyna gets the Divine Shield and Sylvanas has a cleanse. And now can the Yellow turn it around? They're looking for Johanna, who still has her iron skin. Makes it out, but now Tychus is penned in here. Can escape over the top lane. Now Diva loses her mech. And a noob goes on Johanna, and Johanna falls down, doesn't have iron skin anymore. And so does Tychus. And the fight turns around once again in favor of the Yellow Oats. Gaining 2 kills here. Also the Hacker now under trouble. And that's a triple kill for Yellow Oats. It looked like the fight was going in favor of Icecrown Citadel. But good cleanses and Divine Shield from Ute on the 2 DPS. And then good re-engage by Yellow Owls. And now they want to go for the boss. They are close to turning. I think if D.Va gets her gems in mid lane, they will have it. Now they have exactly the amount of gems. And they're probably looking for a turn now. Which means the boss gets a little bit wasted. It's knocking on the towers. Usually you want the turn a little bit before you capture the boss, so Red D.Va and boss push at the same time. Our boss already at half health. And it hasn't even reached the keep yet. Also, Yellow is very hesitant stepping up here. Not too sure what is hampering them. In bot lane you have a siege camp defending this, for it's only one giant. This catapult will defend a lot. Odin comes out to defend this push in the top lane though, which is where the main focus is of both teams, of course. But yeah, like I said, with the boss captured early, it doesn't get the full value it could get. But the main objective is of course to get structures here. Because you were looking maybe for a keep in top lane. But that ain't happening. Now mid lane is the focus. Yellow is a little bit closer to level 20 with the kills picked up. They got a little bit of XP back. I probably want to play for that. I also need to consider that they don't have much gems anymore. While Icecrown Citadel will definitely have a turn in soonish. I have already 19 gems turned in. Well, I guess they lost a lot of gems when their 3 heroes got killed here in the mid lane. 33 now in the bank, 34. They need 41 actually. So only is 5 short now, 4 now. They will be close, way closer than the Yellow Owls, of course, who only have 16 so far. But they are level 20 now, and I think they don't get a fight. Maybe I should have looked more aggressive with level 20. Looked over this hard game instead of going for their own. Because they had this advantage. And that is the level 20 for both teams. We have Rewind for Nuburak, we have Wader's Wall for the winner. Ablative Armor for D.Va. And also Withering Barrage from Sylvanas. Upgraded Divine Shield for Ute actually. So you actually want to keep close with your team so you get the most value from the AoE Divine Shield, while Wader is stepping up very far here. Lightbomb comes out and the arrow, the wheeling arrow is huge. I don't know who the target is, but the fight is all over the place. Anduin and Jaina are very low. And Anduin is in a little bit of trouble, is still not out. D.Va gets dragged though. Tychus is a little bit too far out. Dropped his Odin. But that fight looked kinda dicey for Icecrown Citadel. But Yellow Owls not able to focus on one target decisively. And in the end, nobody died. China, by the way, is sitting at almost 60 globes. And every 10 globes you give her gives 5% healing to the 20% baseline healing from the talent. Another engagement where D.Va loses her mech. Anoop goes in. Both teams not completely committing for the fight, it seems. Oh, Icecrown is kiting back slowly. And I'm not too sure what the cooldowns are for Rewind, for example. Divine Shield is still up for Ute. And that's a huge tool. D.Va gets into a mech. Very important to get that. Now, big Anuak stun. And it looks like Tychus goes down. And this might be the end for Icecrown Citadel. Jaina in a lot of trouble. And Johanna goes down as well. And that's 3 kills. That has to be game, right? Or at least keep. A lot of gems lost as well. The keep is open. You have 40 plus seconds on all 3 members. You have bomb available. This should certainly be game. Unrein gets targeted here. Gets cocooned. And yeah, I don't think there's any saving with Unrein. Who just stuns him. And does he make his way out? The focus is not complete. But doesn't matter, the Haka goes down. And now the focus is on the core. You still have 15 seconds on Tigers and even more on Jaina and Hannah. And the shields are already down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be game number 1 in favor of the Yellow Owls. GG, well played. And while it looked during the mid game, after level 10, that Icecrown Citadel had the better of them in the fight, Yellow Owls didn't get dispirited, but fought back and got the upper hand in the later stages of the fight. And yeah, especially that fight in the mid lane, where they got 3 kills, turned the game around. And then definitely the last fight ended the game. And so they lead the series with 1-0. Oh wait. I will show you the statistics. 8-11 the kill score. In the end, Tigers with the most damage on the blue side. While it was Reina doing the most damage for the Yellow Owls. Talents here. Jaina build confuses me a little bit, especially the 13W. Maybe wanting the longer range, but I still think Icy Wings is way too good a talent to ignore. Besides that, we have full E-build from Manuburak. Yeah, the Divine Shield in the last fight, or the AoE Divine Shield, didn't give the most value, I think. Only hit a noob, if I'm correct. Maybe Diva. But yeah, still. It also increases the duration. Oh wait, it doesn't anymore? No, it does. Last 1 second longer. Okay. I'm not a pleb. Yeah, great game though. And I'm looking forward to the next one. Let's see what the teams have in store for us. And what we are going to see next. Icecrown Citadel obviously has the choice now if they want to go for map pick or first pick. And if we go for map pick, what map do we see? Do we maybe see a smaller 2-lane map with Battlefield of Eternity or Praxis? Or do we get Inferno Shrines? Probably the most played map overall in competitive play. But yeah, all the big maps banned, I guess. Like Cursed Hollow, Alterac, Sky Temple, all of them not in the pool anymore for this series. So I'm not too sure what you go for now. I wouldn't mind seeing a Dragonshire game. Always very exciting to see how people play this map. Because it's different from any other map in my opinion. Because you actually have to control all 3 lanes to get the objective. Instead of fighting over just 1 point, for example. Like you do when you play Inferno Shrines. Or Battlefield. Also Towers of Doom. where you fight over altars, which is very similar to fighting over a point. But yeah, it seems we're going to Battlefield of Eternity. Picked by Icecrown Citadel. Oh wait. So that means this time the Yellow Oats will have the first pick. And yeah, as Icecrown Citadel picked this map, I definitely expect them to have a strategy planned out. For this map, or at least a draft plan. Oh, never mind. Okay, there was a switch in the first pick, which means actually Icecrown Citadel has the first pick in draft. And Yellow Oats picked the map again. Okay. So everything that I said is basically rubbish. And yeah, we're going into draft. Battlefield of Eternity, picked by Yellow Oats. Which means they should have a strategy for this map. But I guess it's such a common map that everyone at least has an inkling of what to play and what you want on this map. I'm not sure how much these teams are practicing together, scrimming. But I still expect them to have a certain understanding of each other. Yeah, what do we see now? And we saw a lot of DPS focus from Yellow Oats in the last game. And they banned Vala, Nazeebo and Cassia. Let's see if they continue with that. And so far they do. I mean, Vala definitely a strong pick on this map with Q-Build, which didn't get nerfed so far. Even got buffed, I believe. And yeah, with her Q-Build, she can definitely just chunk the model down really fast. So I don't mind this ban. Also a small adjustment now from Icecrown Citadel. They don't want to deal with a Nubarak again. I think Stukov was banned as well from them on the last map. Oh wait, I showed star prediction again. And let's see what's the next ban from the Yellow Oats. On the last map there was no priority on Junkrat, even though it's a really good, or it was a really good map for him. So I don't expect them to go for the Junkrat now. And yeah, Yellow Oats continue to target the damage dealer pool. Which probably means that they're gonna pick theirs very early on. But they left Nazeebo early. And Jäger immediately goes for that. And I'm not too sure how hard Spider build will chunk the model. But just overall, Nazeebo is a really strong pick at the moment. And that's a Lunara pick. Oh, okay. I mean, Lunara was buffed with the last patch. And maybe we get to see the Q-Build from her. But that's still a very early Lunara pick, which you don't see very often. And now we get Stitches and Savannahs from Icecrown Citadel. think they actually banned Stitches the last time. And the Nubuak ban makes even more sense now. So the Nubuak is kind of counted as a soft counter against Stitches. Because if you pick the Gorge on Stitches, it kind of gets negated with the Cocoon, which gets every Gorge target out of a Gorge basically. Also the follow-up from Malf is now denied by the Yellow Oats. And expect Icecrown to ban a tank now. And yeah, they do. Johanna banning their combo, which they played in the last game of Unruin and Johanna in the last game. Which also is decent against Stitches in my opinion. Because if you Gorge a target, you can just jump after it with Falling Sword. But the same goes for Murden basically. He can also jump after the Stitches. Unless he's the target with Gorge, of course. And Hogger can do the same with Horderbolt if he decides to pick that up. Which means they have a flex pick open for last pick. Oh, and Imperial is getting picked up for Icecrown Citadel together with Brightwing. And I have to say, I really like the Imperial's pick. I think his status in the current meta is still uncertain. But with a buff to his wave clear, with his level 7 talent, he's doing a little bit better now. And he can definitely deal a lot of damage and basically beat almost any offlaner in a 1v1. But for the last pick, we get to see Hanzo from here, the Yellow Oats. And I have to say, I really like that pick. Gives you even more sustained damage, even more poke on the Immortal. And probably gives you a very good setup or engage tool with a Dragon Arrow, of course. Which I expect to see. I don't think with any reasons to see the other ult. Where the name, which name eludes me right now. But yeah, here we go into game number 2 with Icecrown Citadel, Archons on the left side again with Jäger, Westheim on Zibo, Jacqueline Hyde on Brightwing, Bob on the Stitches, Snafungus on the Sylvanus, and Akari on Imperius. And on the other side, we have the Yellow Oats looking to close out the series. Corsair is playing the Murden, Civi on Unruin, Mahaya on Lunara, Save on Hanzo, and last but not least, Captain Makia on the Hogger. And while both teams, oh that hook almost landed on Hanzo, eh? But yeah, while the teams don't do much here, I think we can look what all the players are going for. We have of course the W build for Hanzo, probably the best build of this map. W build for Hogger actually. Murdered. Oh, that hook is landing. An instant pull from Unruin. Not too sure if it was needed, because there was no instant follow-up. Maybe not the best communication from Icecrown Citadel. Another hook lands on the Murden. But yeah, we have patchwork creation for the Stitches, makes him more tanky. Also of course spider build from the Zibo, which will deal a lot of damage overall if he completes that. Never hook, just misses the Lunara. I'm not so sure who actually wins top lane. I think the Hogger should win overall in wave clear, and yeah, you see him just playing it. Like he maybe should clear the waves, push the waves in. Maybe avoid the fight. Whoa, he's kind of winning it seems. Not too sure how that should play out. I'm not an offlane player. And I don't play these heroes too often. Stitches is once again looking for Hook, but I think he is getting spotted, or at least got spotted going down here by the Hanzo. Yeah, I'm curious what Lunara is going to skill later on. She's going for the Q talent that got buffed with the last patch. Choking Pollen it's called. And we see a small rotation by Snuff Fungus with Sylvanas. Walking into the top lane now. Looking for his camp. The team hasn't spied that out yet. Or hasn't figured it out yet. So they aren't going for their camp yet. Like this, I mean the bottom camp. Their camp would be this, which they're going for now. And because Sylvanas went this late, they will be late in doing this one. They're not even completing this, and because they're going for a Hogger and they don't get it. Small catastrophe for Icecrown Citadel. Because now Hogger can spy out this camp and can delay it even. I'm not too sure if... Oh, he gets the kill. Oh no, and he gets out. Oh no! What is going on in a 3 versus 1? He gets the kill. And here in the bot lane, Stitches also got killed. Oh no. Disaster for Icecrown Citadel. Losing 2 heroes on different sides of the map. Also not picking up the hard camp. Losing the first half of the Immortal. And now losing the rest of the fight as well. And that's a huge shield on the first Immortal. And what an early game for the Yellow Olds. And they might even go for the invade here. Which could be risky. They're very indecisive though. They have vision on it. Is Myrtin jumping? No, they don't see Stitches. But that means they miss a lot of time going into the bot lane and just pushing. While their opponents went for the hard camp. I mean, if they go for the invade, it might have been worth it. But, yeah. Where's the peel for Snuff? I mean, there's no peeling Unstoppable Hogger. He just stepped into the range of a Hogger. Like, into the... not into the range, but into, like, the spin of Hogger. And Myrtin, I think, got interrupted in his jump. So he needs the pull. But yeah, the first model usually doesn't get much, but I thought because the shield was this big, they would get more. But like I said, they wasted a lot of time on this hard camp, and now Lunara goes down as well. We're definitely doing a lot of damage. So does Sylph. Let's take a look at the damage actually. Hogger actually dealing the most damage on the red side and overall. On the other side also Imperius does the most damage. But yeah, Icecrown Citadel definitely out-skirmishing their opponents right now. Getting basically the same value, which is the wall. And just pushing after the kill on Lunara. And that's the hook on Stitches, on Vanway. On the Hanzo. Holy shit. But they couldn't really follow up on the kill. I mean, if you hook on close range, the follow up has to come immediately. But yeah, I wanted a little bit more active in this early game now. After they lost so much in early gear in the early Immortal, they're definitely outfighting the opponents. And they completed W quest and keep chunking on the Stitches. Not too sure if that pull was needed there. Stitches look very killable there. And that's another Hanzo W. Completely tanked by Stitches. Here in the top lane. Hogger now gets the worst of the trades, I believe. But the problem... Oh my god, I'm getting stunned by Immortal. Yeah, but with a kill on Stitches. Yellow Orcs of course have the priority on the Immortal. Again, getting the first half for free. I saw level 10 a little bit earlier. We see Avatar, Dragon's Arrow, Shockwave, Leaping Strike, and Light Bomb. But we also have level 10 for the opponents now, and we're looking for the hooks. We have the Gorge, we have the Mind Control. Brightwing going, of course, for Blink Heal. And Angelic Armaments, the Shield, or the Swords for the Imperius is in. Also the Ravenous Spirit for the Nazeebo. So that is coming out and instantly kills the Imperius. The Hogger, my bad. And there's the God on the Murden, and he is all alone. Should have his jump. And the CC is not perfect. And he gets hooked again, but gets pulled out by Unwin. And even though they lose Hogger, they still get the Immortal. But I'm curious if the fights later on will be in favor of the blue team if this continues. Now, this is... You see the hesitation from the yellows, not really wanting to push further. Pierce in the bot lane, which means this is a 5v4. Hogger moving very far up. The focus not on the Stitches though, even though he is the low target. There's the arrow on 3 members, but it's a low range arrow. Brightwing very low, so it's Nazeebo. Brightwing gets out, but Nazeebo doesn't. That's at least another kill. And they're opening up this keep wall now. Pierce was still looking for some bot fort damage, but couldn't quite secure the fort there. Which means yellow is definitely in favor of in the structure damage. But experience is even. And the fight so far, if it was 5 versus 5, we're going in favor of Icecrown Citadel. And we haven't even reached level 13, which will be a big power spike for the Stitches. Because he gets his fishing hook for free basically. There's the hook. No Gorge for. I think we can Gorge that. Because he was deep into his own territory. So Murden can't just simply jump out. There's another hook, and that's definitely a Gorge. But immediately Murden jumps after him, and that Stitches is not long for this world. Ravenous Spirit gets interrupted by Hanzo, and the dive by Hogger and Lunara. Oh, Lunara gets hit by a fort now. And now Hogger is in trouble too, and Nazeebo maybe with a zombie wall. Misses the spiders wall. That was the important dodge, I guess. Not really. Murden jumps after Nazeebo. But there's another fort going down. And Yellow Owls definitely taking these fights. Even though they got engaged on basically with a hook. They still have the upper hand because Imperius was again not there. Instead was pushing in the top lane. Now though. We have another hook coming out from Stitches. And Lunara just coming back here. Ooh, Hogger got... What the hell? Why do you pull that Hogger? And there's another hook, but now he got it. Okay. There we go. And this time... Oh, the CC doesn't land. Hogger gets mind control though. And he has to go out. The hook misses just an inch away from him. And Yellow Owls have to retreat for now. Even though they have a little bit more damage on the model. But also Stitches, not the healthiest member on the blue team. Ooh, Spire's landing on Hogger, which will deal a lot of damage actually. He has to heal up, and that's another stun. Another hook hitting on the Hanzo, who this time gets down. But Brightwing also goes down. But Lunara going a little bit too deep. And this fight definitely going in favor of Icecrown Citadel. Murden gets hooked once again. Has no mana to really walk away, but he still does. And with the 2 kills now and the damage dealers, seems like Icecrown Citadel will get this immortal. Like I said, their fights, if they can land these hooks, are looking a little bit better. But the immortal actually spawning in an unfavorable position to push or get some damage done. Murden should probably top off in mana a little bit. Or Stitch is hooking with a 1 minion here. But Murden, hello, you can't fight without mana. You either have to tap or go back. I don't think you wanna start this fight with this little amount of mana. Even if the rest of your team is healthy. Hogger gets hooked. That's the gorge definitely, but Stitches. Well, Pyrrhus forces is done very early, and that's a huge error into the light bomb. 2 kills going over to the yellows, and now Sylvanas also gets downed. But Hogger gets chased by the beetles. Not the beetles, the spiders. And at least they get 1 return kill. Murden, does he have mana for another stun? He does, and Nazeebo going down as well. And it's a 4-for-1 trade. And the first big teamfight win for Yellows in a 5v5 engagement. That arrow was absolutely devastating. But the model doesn't have the biggest amounts of shields. They steal away the hard camp here. And we have a huge wave actually. So we definitely have something to push with. They're kinda... What is Murden doing? He's going back now. Oh no! No, he's going back. Which means there's no tank now for the next 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, but feeling like 5 minutes. Means you can't really push with this model. But there's the hook. We are all waiting for Unrein. Shockwave comes out, but I think Unrein still... Never mind. Holy shit, he turns it around on them. Stitch is not right wing go down, but so does Unrein. And it's a 2-4-2 fall now. Unrein and Hogger going down. And we could have pushed further here, I think. Unless the health... No, the health bars we're looking fine, right? Lunar also maybe low. So we keep the main objective here for Yellow Oats. Went down. And also the top keep is already low from earlier pushes, from hard camps. So there will be a lot of macro pressure on Icecrown Citadel. And if these model fights will get dragged out of a long time, they definitely will have to deal with catapult pressure on all lanes. Because you don't really wanna lose your last keep here. And of course this lane is pushing directly on core. You still don't have a secured fort for your own, which means you don't have counter pressure with your own catapults. So they kinda want to have quick fights over models. A quick hook into Gorge, or quick hook into Mind Control. But so far that didn't really work out, because there was always the re-engage potential with the arrow, with the light bomb. And Yellow is feeling confident here, pushing into blue territory. Getting maybe a little bit of damage done, not much though. We're going a very odd way. Hanzo feeling no fear now. He got hooked once or twice. But yeah, Immortal is spawning. We have a we have an experience lead for the Yellow Oats. Hook is out, which means we can safely walk up here. At least get a little bit of damage done here. And that's of course the strength of Hanzo. Can always poke from far away on these immortals. So you kinda rely on hooks or a hard engage. There's the hook on Murden. And that is jump interrupted, I think. Light bomb. I think got interrupted actually by the Gorge. But the targets from Yellow Oats are healthy so far. Only Lunara falling low, but she got the kill on... Wait, she didn't get the kill on Sylvanas, but Stitches is down. And Sylvanas can't really continue the fight with her low HP. Which means this could be a full immortal for the Yellow Oats. Almost full immortal. Because they also get level 20. And now Icecrown Citadel has to deal with the lane pusher. Which means Red Team has full control over the immortals. Zero pressure on them. And this, ladies and gentlemen, could be the final push of the game. If there is nothing, no major engagement as soon as Stitches is up. That immortal will basically straight go to core. This keep is almost gone. And we have a level 20 advantage now for Yellow Oats as well. We get the rewind from Murden. Bullseye from the Hanzo. Ogre still waiting. Lunara going for an intensifying toxin, so has even more damage. Upgraded light bomb for the Unrein. And that's the hook we were all waiting for, that they needed, but immediately counter engaged from the Yellow Oats. And they get their Unrein out, question mark? It seems he survived for a long time. But he fought in the end, but it's a little bit too late. Once again, good turnaround from the Yellow Oats. They get free kills, they get fought. And all the Stitches is the sole survivor. And this series will be ended by the Yellow Oats in one decisive push. Lunara gets caught in the end, gets killed. Maybe they don't seek the revenge on Stitches. But even though with that kill, there's no stopping. And it's a win for the Yellow Oats. Congratulations for the 2-0. That means they have a domination and they gain 3 points. And they were the last place teams. A last place team in Division A so far. And with these 3 points, they shoot up onto the 8th place. But they still haven't played a lot of games. Like they're on 3 games only now. And what I saw today definitely makes me hope that they can even advance further. Make their way up in the standings. And yeah, let's see actually if we can secure an interview with with a winning team here. Before everyone leaves me. So we can hear some thoughts on the games from them. Okay. He's not accepting messages. So I have to whisper in the Discord, I guess. But yeah, for everyone... Oh wait, let's go back to this one. Whoever just wanted to see the games, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the games. Hope you had fun. At least watching these exciting games. Even if you didn't enjoy the cast, because I'm still a very scuffed caster. But yeah, let's see if Corsair is actually up. Alright, so they're actually up. I'm not too sure who will join me. But we definitely get some answers. What's going on in the chat? Hey Justin. Bob is bad. ICA needs to look for another sport. I mean, I don't want to trash talk any players. And now we are getting joined by Corsair and Mahia. Hello and welcome. Congratulations to your win.
Thank you.
Thanks for casting our game, Leslie.
No problem, it was really exciting to watch.
Waiting for caster.
You were what? Sorry?
We were anxiously waiting for caster.
Wait, what?
We were anxiously
We
waiting
were waiting
for
for
a
you.
caster.
We were waiting for you.
We're waiting for me. Why is that?
So we want to our game to cast.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, great games, guys. You look very good in these games, I think. Like, it was a domination in the end, but it was close overall. But you still had the upper hand in most of the fights, I believe. Just tell me your thoughts about the games.
I mean, we played better this week than we have in past weeks. We've been kind of struggling this season, so getting our footing in the A division.
Oh, alright.
But happy to come out with the 2-0.
Yeah, definitely important win for you, I guess. Yeah, going into game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen, you pulled out Vanubuak with Sylvanas, Uta, and Wiener. I think Uta was the last pick, right? Was that?
He was, yeah.
Was it planned ahead, or was it due to the draft?
Not really planned ahead. It was kind of we were kind of trying to decide what healer we wanted to go with, because I know Sui hasn't played with us as much as our other healer has, so we were just kind of leaving it open until last minute. There's quite a few healers on board that he was comfortable with, so.
Alright. And were you afraid of opponent's comp with Johanna Unwin, the light bomb falling sword combo?
I mean, not at first, and then they got it off a couple times. It was a little scary, but.
Yes, personally, it was actually first time to see that combo, so I was kind of confused with what's.
Yeah, but I think like Uta was a great answer to that. Like with his Divine Shield and the cleanse, it's always able to provide some saving to it, right?
Yeah, that's why we went with Uther in the end, when we were just keeping that option open as a healer, and worked out well.
Yeah, definitely. And in the fights were really messy, I think. Or it looked, at least from my perspective. What was going on there in the communication?
It just no one was dying. We didn't really focus our targets too well in some of them. So we just kind of hung around until we could finally get picks at the very end. I mean, we didn't feel pressured to like go in and force anything, so I guess we were just, I don't know, letting it come to us.
You were not really. You were not keen to fight, bring the fight to them. What do you mean?
I mean, we were just working around a new Brex CDs. If we could try and get a pick there. If not, I mean, staying spread and not getting wombo comboed with the light bomb Anduin.
Makes sense, I guess. And I mean, you got the win in the end, so it worked out well enough for you, I guess. Especially like the last fight looked really dominant with a free kills there. But yeah, going on to game number 2 on Battlefield of Eternity, They brought out the stitches, and they definitely got a lot of hooks out. Did you? How did you meet that challenge there?
So I intentionally going up front to CG to hook me, and yeah, so I was kind of playing to be a first frontliner. So whenever he hooked me, I was trying to take with my jump.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was the game.
that was a game plan. And I mean, the Hanzo arrows looked really scary to me. Like they were most of the time really on point. Got re-engaged to it on the gorge. But was there any point in the game where you were scared of a Stitches gorge? Like, did you really feel not confident in winning the fight?
I mean, that's Corsair was there to block every hook, and he got a couple gorges off. I don't remember if they got any clean picks off of it. I think every time Muradin was there for a stun, or someone was there to, you know, interrupt him walking back. I know in those team fights we had some huge light bomb, dragon strike combos go off, and it was.
Yeah,
We flipped the Anduin light bomb back on him.
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, oh my god, it was we all done, but Anduin just put it on the light bomb on me and stunning all 5 of them. Good time.
Yeah, I mean, you got the kills even if they got the gorge off, and I mean, if Muradin was not in the gorge, I think they got the kills most of the time. But then you turned the fight back around most of the time. And I mean, you look really good.
Yeah, we had even if someone got gorge, we had a lot of support from each other. So I think yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, what were you thinking about in the draft? Like just overall, did you anticipate the stitches, or was that not a
It was kind of a surprise pick to us, and I don't know, maybe we didn't really expect it too much. But I don't know, Lunara's a hero I play on that map a lot. I'm comfortable with it. And then, I mean, even with the stitches, we had Anduin pull, Lunara leap, Muradin leap, Hanzo leap, everyone Hogger spin. Everyone kind of had their own way to get out of it, and they didn't really have too much follow-up whenever Stitches did get a gorge hook. So it worked out well.
Yeah. Alright. Then I think that's it from me. I thank you guys for joining me in this interview. If you have anything else to share with us or any shoutouts, go ahead.
A shout out to Jodokai if he's out there watching. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's his birthday weekend, that's why he wasn't with us.
Is he playing for you usually? Or?
Yeah, he's our usual healer.
So you were playing with the sub?
In-game name. Yeah, Sui subs for us when we need him.
Oh, so it's even more impressive that you got the win here, I guess.
And then shout out to Ozzy Boy if he's out there still. And again, thanks for casting.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. It was a great pleasure. Yeah, wait, that's it for me. I hope you had a fun time playing these games, and once again, congratulations for the 2-0 there.
Yep. Thank you.
And yeah, have a great evening.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know, that was kind of awkward for me. I didn't really know what to ask. Didn't really prepare any questions. But anyways, thanks for them for joining me in this interview. And yeah, I hope you guys at least had fun watching these games. I definitely had a lot of fun. And I will look for some more casts in the future. So maybe we can pick up some games. But anyway, I will end the stream now. I don't think there's anyone streaming anymore. Or is there? Oh wait, there are actually a few games out there. Oh wait, Cushionator actually went offlane. So I actually there are no games anymore. So yeah, I will just end the stream. Thank you guys for watching and have a great evening. See ya guys.